I had to close it and reopen it, so let me know if you guys are seeing and hearing me okay. If not, let me know, because it's really weird why all of a sudden it just ended, it just buffered. It wasn't even, it was like there was no hope for it. It just wasn't doing anything at all. So, hopefully you guys are able to see and hear me now. I had to end it, and now it should be fine. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Greatly appreciate it if you can. Hi, Dave. Good, good. That's awesome. I'll just wait for the rest of y'all to get in here. Hopefully, you guys do get the notification. Don't forget to give this stream a like. I'd greatly appreciate it if you do. But yeah, that's really weird how that stream ended like that. I don't know why it just all of a sudden it just cut out. There wasn't any video or any sound. It's really weird. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I know that there's trolls in here. I know there is because there's 5 people in here and you're the only one that's talking. So I know that maybe some of my other viewers are in here, my faithful viewers. But yeah, I know that they're messing around. So but you know what? They're giving me watch time. They're giving me clicks, which is supporting my channel. So thank you, trolls, for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Even though you guys are saying hateful and false things, even though you're saying false stuff, saying rude things, you guys are helping my channel. So hi, Ian. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, it is what it is, you know? I haven't been to Amy's streams. She hasn't been streaming lately, and yeah, I haven't been to many other channels lately, but or at least to the people that I've been subscribed to. I really haven't been doing that lately, um but yeah, I don't know why the trolls are still messing with me, but it is what it is. Yeah, she'll do the occasional painting, but that's about it. But um but yeah, it is what it is. So I'll go ahead and ask the next trivia question. So in Mulan, the Disney movie, what is the name of Mulan's horse? What is the name of Mulan's horse? Well, they're all immature like kids. It doesn't matter what they say. If they're trying to harass me and stuff like that, they're still immature. And they could be the same people. I don't know. Maybe they're not, but it's still pretty ridiculous that they're trying to mess with me. So Dave, you say con. Ian, do you have a guess? I hope they show in too. I hope they show up too. You haven't watched Mulan either? Well, if you have Netflix, you can find Mulan, I think. Or I'm thinking of Pocahontas. I think you can put on Pocahontas, but I don't think you can watch Mulan on Netflix, unfortunately. But Disney Plus is coming out, so you're going to be able to watch a whole lot of Disney movies with that. It's kind of like Netflix, but it's just mainly for Disney, which I think that's a very smart idea, but it's going to make them a whole lot more money. I know that for a fact. So, but yeah, Disney Plus is supposed to be coming out pretty soon. So, you've never seen The Lion King either. You fall asleep every time you try to watch ever since you were little. Well, I just recently watched the realistic version of The Lion King. You know, they took out some things that was in the original one, but I still liked it. It's still good to me, personally. You own all the movies on Blu-ray for your kids, so you're not paying for Disney Plus. I know, yeah, what is the point if you already have the movies, you know? Yeah, there's no point in getting Disney Plus unless if you're someone that doesn't own a lot of movies. That would be the way to go if you're a Disney fan, you know? But the answer is con. Let's see. So, which Disney movie was the first to have a soundtrack album? Which Disney movie was the first to have a soundtrack album? Now, Pixar, yes, they usually make really good movies. I liked the Toy Story series. It's another movie that Pixar makes. They make the Finding Nemo series. Yeah, they make good movies too. So, Dave, you say Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Ian, do you have a guess? Cars, yes, Cars is one of the Pixar movies. Cars, Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Up, Inside Out. Yeah, they're all by Pixar, yeah. All of them are good. All of them are good. Definitely. I forget that there are a lot more movies that are made by Pixar, like Inside Out. I didn't even remember Up. Raymond, you're here. Awesome. Awesome. Glad you're here. So you say Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I'm glad you're here, Raymond. It's nice to have you. It's nice to have you here. So Snow White, since it's the oldest one you can think of, 1930s. You hated Inside Out and Cars, but especially Frozen. I'm honestly not a huge fan of Frozen, but I like Cars. You're welcome, Raymond. But yes, the answer is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So the information that they give after the answer says, the classic 1937 Disney film was not only the first Disney film, but the first American film to have a soundtrack album. At the time, Disney did not have its own music publishing company, so the soundtrack was produced by Bourne Company Music Publishers. In later years, Disney was able to buy the rights back to many of their films, but not for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Wow, that's pretty interesting, huh? Let's see. I'm not finding any really good ones in here, so I'm gonna find some other ones to ask you guys. Let's see. You like the Disney's World War II cartoons? Yeah, Raymond. Yeah, go ahead. I didn't say Frozen because Let It Go was too overplayed for too many years. I know that when that movie came out, that was like the thing that everybody hated listening to because it was so annoying. But what are some of the Disney's World War II cartoons that you like? I have not. I haven't heard of that. So it was a 1943 short propaganda film. Interesting. Released in 1943 on January 15th. Yeah, I haven't heard of that before. What's up? Okay. Yeah, it's a propaganda film, but it highlights the obedience that it takes to make a German socialist. Interesting. So which Disney movie features the song Once Upon a Dream? I don't know that one, but I'm gonna go with Ian as well and say Sleeping Beauty because that sounds like something that it would be in. It would sound like it would be in Sleeping Beauty. Do you have any other World War II cartoons that you like? The answer is Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty, of course, but it was also in Maleficent, redone by Lana Del Rey. Yeah, they're actually making another Maleficent. I haven't watched the first one, and I'm not gonna watch the second one. I'm not really interested in watching it, but yeah, I know that they're making a second one. Yeah, it is based off of the Sleeping Beauty series, though. Is that by Pixar too? Donald Duck is in one where he's drafted. It's pretty funny. You can't recall it. Well, let me see. Disney World War II short films. So it's called Donald Gets Drafted. Is that the one that you're talking about? So there's Donald Gets Drafted, the old Army game, Commando Duck, and Der Fur's Face. Maleficent is live action. Okay, cool. Yep, all I did was just Google Disney World War II short films. Those were the four that came up. So there you go. So Coco, Monsters Inc., and WALL-E are Pixar too. Oh, I like Monsters Inc. as well. WALL-E, I hope they make a second one. The first one was so cool. You don't think any of the Disney movies are as good as 90s when it was more musical. Now, I'm honestly not a huge fan of the musicals, but yeah, I know they are trying to incorporate some of the musicals back into the movies now, but yeah, that's not my personal taste. Monsters Inc. I kind of wish that I hope that they make one that's in the future. You know, like instead of making a Monsters University, I hope they make like a second Monsters Inc. Also, animation then was hand drawn. Not a fan of computer animation. Well, that's true. That means there was more effort put into it when it's hand drawn. But yeah, computer animation changed everything. That's for sure. But let's see here. Dave, do you have another question that we could answer? Not Dave. Well, if you do have a question, Dave, go ahead and put it in the chat. But Raymond, do you have another question for us? Since you do trivia as well. I forgot about Bug's Life. I think that's one of the forgotten Disney Pixar movies for sure. Bug's Life that's an old one. The faces of the characters do not look natural. For example, the eyes of the frozen characters are super huge. That's true. And a lot of the Pixar characters now are having these little dot noses that look like little moles instead of the architectural noses. You don't like Ratatouille? Why don't you like it? Well, go ahead and put it in the chat, Raymond. I know that you do trivia, so now is the time to share your questions with us. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's true. Ratatouille wasn't a popular one, but I like it though. I like Ratatouille, even though it wasn't that popular. But yeah, you can tell that the ones that don't have the sequels are the ones that are not the best ones. Like they weren't the most popular ones. So like Ratatouille, they weren't. That one never got a sequel, so that one didn't do that great. A Bug's Life didn't do that great because it never got a sequel. Let's see. Monsters Inc. did good because it got a second one. WALL-E didn't do that good either because it didn't get a second one. Unless, it just doesn't make sense to do a sequel. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, The Good Dinosaur won't get one either. No, probably not. So, what is the full name of the cowboy in the film series Toy Story? The Cars sequels were worse than Cars, but like I said, I don't really like them, Mary. And you don't really like them. Sheriff Woody. So is it Woody the Texas Ranger? I have no idea. My answer is Woody the Texas Ranger. That sounds so stupid, but that's just my guess. Woody Pride. Do any of you remember the car spin-offs called Planes? Oh my gosh, I'm not a fan of Planes at all. I can't even believe that got a second one. The answer is Woody Pride. I do not like Planes. I'm not a fan of Planes. It just seems really weird. Yes, it is very forgettable, though. It is very forgettable. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Planes. I think they even made a third one, Plane series. Pixar Plane series. So there's Planes, Fire and Rescue, I believe. That's another one. Yeah, so there's Planes and then Planes, Fire and Rescue. Yeah, it's very forgettable, that's for sure. What is the name's Bullseye? The name of Woody's horse is Bullseye. So have any of you guys seen the fourth Toy Story? Have any of you seen that one yet? Yep, Bullseye. Yeah, that's an easy one. Bullseye's an easy one. Thank you, Beauty and the Word. But I saw Toy Story 4 and honestly it had a pretty interesting ending. I certainly wasn't expecting it. Certainly wasn't expecting it to go in the direction that it was. And honestly, just by the commercials of Toy Story 4, I thought it was going to be so lame, but it turned out to be better than I expected. You had not seen it? You hate all the Toy Stories too? The Incredibles was okay. I don't think it was worthy of a second one. You know, I really like The Incredibles. I wish I could see the first one. Because I don't remember the first one all that great, but I remember that when I watched the second one for the first time that Dash didn't have the same voice. It was a different person, but everybody else had the same voice. So which ones do you like, Dave? Which ones do you like? So in The Simpsons, what is the name of Homer's father? I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys know that one? Okay, Ian. Dave, do you know the name of Homer's father? But I don't know it, Raymond. What is it? The answer is Abraham. Hello, Nix. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming into my stream. Right now, Raymond is asking us some trivia questions. I had some trivia questions that I went over in my last live stream, but that one ended, and now, since Raymond does trivia all the time, he is asking some trivia questions. So, how are you doing? How are you doing, Nick? So you like Up, Coco, Moana, Pocahontas, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph's a good one. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Mulan, Sword in the Stone, Robin Hood, The Rescuers Down Under. That's a lot. Who is credited for the creation of the Barbie doll? I don't know the name, but I'm going to say Mattel. I honestly don't know, other than Mattel. Is there any other guesses that you guys have for Raymond's question? But, yeah, Mattel, that's my guess too. Aqua? So, Raymond, is this a specific person that you're talking about, or is it a business that you're talking about? Because if it's a business, then for sure it's Mattel, but I don't know the person personally. Oh, so it's person. Well, it's gonna be someone who has the last name Barbie, that's for sure. Oh, cool. Cool. Aqua's a band. They did Barbie Girl. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. So, I don't know personally, Raymond, what's the answer? Nick, do you know the answer to Raymond's question? Do you know who credited the creation, or do you know who is Ruth Handler? Oh, I thought it'd be someone that had the last name Barbie because Barbie is such a random name when you think about it. So the answer is Ruth Handler. Wow, good job, Nick. Barbie is short for Barbara. Didn't know that. Pretty interesting. What's your next question for us, Raymond? Who shot Lee Harvey Oswald on November 24th, 1963? Wow. Ian, that's a very precise answer. Mm. So the movie you're talking about Ford versus Ferrari. You know, I heard of it very briefly on TV, but I honestly did not hear much about it. But that seems very interesting that Ford and Ferrari are going to compete with each other. It's a true story. Well, I would think it would be a true story if that's of a shooting, you know. You had to do a bio on JFK in the sixth grade, so that's how I remember that. So, but the thing is, Ford versus Ferrari is true. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Well, I'll check that out. I'll check out Ford versus Ferrari then. It's pretty interesting. What year did Guy Fawkes attempt to blow up the House of Parliament? Ooh. Uh, hmm. Well, my guess is going to be, I'm gonna say maybe 1960. Lee Harvey Oswald was the one who shot JFK. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. So there was someone who killed the assassinator of JFK. Pretty interesting. 1657? Yeah, I have no idea. Guy, the name Guy sounds very recent, so you're British and you know more American history. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But, what is the year, Raymond? The answer is 1605. Dave, you were really close. You were really close. Wow. You were way closer than I was, so I was like 1960. Wow. That's pretty early. So Jack Ruby killed Oswald as he was being escorted to a jail of some kind. Or some kind of court appearance. His death was on live TV. Hmm. Well, I'm I'm sorry, but when you kill the President of the United States, do you think that there's not going to be people who want to target you? Like, literally. You don't just go and kill the President. Like, that's just ridiculous. Well, we have a special day with fireworks called Bonfire Night. What does it commemorate? It's to it's to commemorate the attempted attack by Guy Fawkes. Oh. Anyone who assassinates the president should be hanged for treason. It's not something that you should just do. So, but yeah, it's not something you should just go into, you know? It's wrong. But, what's your next question, Raymond? You know, I honestly, I don't think I had to do a report on JFK, so, the history that I did in sixth grade, it was a world history, so did things like Egypt, Mesopotamia. How many legs do butterflies have? So, how many legs? I'm gonna say, 8. I'm gonna say 8. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna guess 8. Ian, you say 4. I need to stop fidgeting. Too bad I don't have a fidget spinner, because if I had a fidget spinner, I'd just be like, I'd be spinning it and playing with it all the time. Dave, you must know this one. How many legs? So you say 6? So Ian says 4, Dave says 6, I say 8. Raymond, how many legs does a butterfly have? Is there any other people in here who would like to guess how many legs a butterfly has? The answer is 6. Good job, Dave. We were just I was too much. You were too short. Do you know who tried to assassinate Ford in 1975? Who was doing it for a very famous serial killer? No, not on the top of my head. Nah. No, I couldn't think of it. Gosh, it makes me sound like an ignoramus that I don't know these details. What is the name for a female fox? A follower of Charles Manson. Squeaky Fromm? Yeah. I completely forgot, Savannah, so this will have to be the last question. I'm gonna have to go help gather the cats from outside. Need to bring them inside before it gets too dark. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be going pretty soon. Female fox is a vixen. Dave, you know so much. You know so much. Not a bad thing, though. Ian, do you know what a female fox is called? Yeah, it's probably what Dave said. So, that'll be my answer, too. I'll probably just go ahead and say vixen as well. Yep. The answer is vixen. But thank you so much, you guys, for playing and hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. Trivia is always fun to do. And I know that you guys like doing trivia too. I definitely need to do it more often. You know, Dave, I honestly don't know. Maybe I could do it next Saturday. Here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to be going live on Tuesdays anymore, just because I'm finding that I'm very busy lately at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. So I don't think I'm going to be going live on Tuesdays, but I know for sure that I'm going to be going live on Saturdays. So it'll probably be next Saturday. Your quizzes are fun to play. Yes, they are, Raymond. That's definitely true. They are fun to play. Hi, Nilla. But thank you so much for coming, you guys. Thank you so much for your support, for your company. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend, a great rest of your night. And I hope that you guys stay safe in this crazy world that we live in, like my mom would normally say. So, bye, everybody.